Hello, everybody. This is Felicia, and welcome to my channel. I promised you that I would show you my reading journals, and I am going to do that. I'm also going to show you my mental health journals too. So the big green one on the bottom is the mental health journal, and the one on the top here is a beautiful Archer and Olive 8x8 journal. And I really loved these journals. I mean, Archer and Olive does such quality work on their journals. It's not, I mean, look at this. I mean, you have the elastic bands, you have the pin holder. I mean, this smooth is made of canvas. It's got this nice little flower imprint on it. It's just a lovely, very special journal. So if you're interested in Archer and Olive, I recommend that you go to their site. That way you can go ahead and check them out for yourself. They have all kinds of sizes. So let's get started. So Archer and Olive really does a awesome job. But what I want to really talk to you about is how I use this journal. This journal is a really it's very easy to use. It doesn't travel with me, of course. It stays at home at all times. The downfall of this journal is the color, because the color will get dirty, and it will get dirty pretty quickly. And what I like about Archer and Olive is the little ampersands at each one of the ribbons have. So each binder that you get, no matter what size, you're going to have an ampersand on your journal. So let's go ahead and open this so we can get started here. This is the beginning pages here of my reading journal. This is the front page here. I've decorated it with stickers, washi tape, some of my own artwork, and with this vintage paper, which I made myself. It's very easy to make, and I can show you how to do that. So, and then what I did was I basically put my name in here and put what it is my reading journal. A lot of these stickers and things that I have are from my stash. Of course, I have a lot of stickers, but we're not going to go into that and talk about that too much. I just want to show you pretty much how I decorated my journal and how it works out for me. I'm not going to be using the same exact format for 2025, but I just thought I'd give you a heads up on what I am doing here. So here we have the index page, and this is where I keep the titles of all the books that I read throughout the year. Like I said, this is my 2023 one. I started this one kind of like mid-year, or I would say about a quarter of the, what was it? I think it was September, around September, I think it was, of 2023. So my plan was to continue it in 2024, but I didn't want to do that. So I only put what I've read in there from September of 2023, and that was pretty much it. It's no way, and no, it's not going to stop me from doing anything, for 2025, so. And as you can see here, I have a reading tracker, and that is the reading tracker. My goal was to try to read 100 books within a year's time. I wish I had started this at the beginning of 2023, but I didn't. But that's okay though, because I am going to be starting my 2024, my 2025, excuse me, for the beginning of the year. So this is kind of what my reading tracker looks like. And like I said, I decorated with stickers and things like that. And the photos that you see in here I printed those out. I got those off of the internet here. And then here you have the book bracket, and I don't know why it says 2022. I don't know what I was thinking, but this is not 2022. This is 2023. So I made quite a few mistakes when I was putting this together. But this is a book bracket, and what it does is each time I read a book and it's my favorite, I put at the top. And by the end of the year, the goal is by the end of the year is to have your favorite book right there in that little spot that you just saw. Yeah, that didn't happen, but it's going to happen. I have hopes for that. And then here we have the series tracker, and you put the book title and author and how many books are in the series. And then here is where you have the tracker for different books from other countries. And like I said, I had high hopes for a lot of this. It took me a long time to put this together, but the cool thing about it is I did use it, but I'm definitely going to be using the newer format that I'm going to be producing here in 2025. So yeah, I really like this though. I really do. And now we're going into another spread that I have here for the reading journal, which is reading around the world. And these were supposed to be countries I was supposed to color in. And yeah, I did not do that. I do like the whole concept of having this section. I really do. I just didn't use it. I wish I had of, because I found out later by the end of the year that I had read at least 5 books from other countries, which, I should have just colored them in, but it's okay though. I am definitely thinking on putting this format back into my 2025 reading journal, but I'm not sure yet. I have to really think on this and see if I want to actually do this. So we'll see. And then coming up next here is my reading through history bracket. The little short lines are basically, I'm supposed to put the year, and yeah, I'm supposed to do all of this stuff. I did not do that, although this is a great concept for those who basically would like to try and do that. It's a good idea. It really is. For reading through history, because there's a lot of historic stuff out there, and there's a lot of novels that I read from the 19th century and 18th century. So this is what it's supposed to look like at the beginning of each month. Like I said, I started this in September, and a lot of these decorations are, from stamping and from me myself. And once again, the paper I made myself. So the vintage looking paper is easy to make. And yeah, it comes together. It looks good. I like it. I like this format. And I'm probably going to change it though for 2025, but this is what I have. So in 2024, there's a system called the cow pile system, and each letter stands for something. So as you can see, I put that together for 2024. Now this is in my 2024 reading journal. So this is something that it took a lot of time for me to write out and do, and then put it all in this book, and that's just so that I could refer to it on a regular basis in my reading journal. I will be doing that again, but I won't be doing it as elaborate as I've done it here, which I've colored the papers, used some of my vintage papers and stained it and all that other good stuff. So each letter does mean something, and it kind of lets you know, like, this is how you rate your books, or how you would give them the ratings that you choose or you think they deserve. So it's a good system. It really is. It's just that I don't think I'm going to be putting them out like this. Like I said, this is elaborate. It took a lot of time. It took 2 hours for me to do just this. Typing it didn't take very long at all, because I'm a fast typer, but putting it in, cutting it apart, ripping it, staining it, pasting it in the book, putting it all together with some washi tape, it just took a lot of time. And I don't think I'm going to be doing that for the next year, even though I love the star rating here that I have at the bottom. I think that was a good idea. And yeah, I think we're just going to have to cut that part out. Here is the index for 2024. As you can see, I have read quite a few books this time. And then this is another setup that I think I'm going to carry over for 2025, was to have a bookshelf. So I can just write whatever book I want, or my favorite book. I might even do it that way instead of doing the bracket thing. This might be my bookshelves of my favorites. And then my last bookshelf, I might make another bookshelf on here. So we'll see how that works. All right, so now we're coming to our bingo. I did do an okay job with this, although I did read quite a few books on here. I just never really connected the bingo. So I think I have a bingo somewhere around in here, but I don't know. We'll see. I have to double check on that. And this is annotating ideas. Yes, I did stick this page in there for 2024 so that I can keep track of some ideas on why I would like to annotate some of my books. Some of them don't deserve all that effort, because I'm just not going to do that. But then there's some that does. And so, for those that do, I'm going to, try to see if I can get some ideas from that section. And this is what it's supposed to look like when you fill it in. After you've read a book and you put your opinion and you give your star rating, this is how it's supposed to look. So I'm just giving you an idea of how I, wrote everything in there, and I glued the I printed those books on sticker paper, and then I put them in the book here. And yeah, so this is how it's supposed to look. I don't know. We're going to see what 2024 looks like and see if I can do the same thing. And then I wrote a little recap for the month, after all of the books that I read for that month. So that's it, you guys, for that. Those are both of the books. That nice green one at the bottom there, and this nice salmon colored one at the top. And those are both reading journals, 2023 and for 2024. Now we're going to get into the mental health journal. This is a B5 size. The cover is a little bit linty. It's got a lot of fuzz on it and things because it's kind of like a velvet cover. It had gilded pages, of course, as you can see. And I loved this because this really helped. So if you're interested in doing a mental health journal, hopefully this will give you some ideas on how you can do it. I'm only going to show you a few of these spreads because it is private, a lot of the information that I have in there. So I'm only going to show you a few. This did come with 2 ties, and I just kind of stuck them in there because I didn't want the ties instead of elastic. So it is a little different than the other ones, but it still worked. And also too, you still get, once again, here we go. Oh, you can see all that lint. It looks terrible. You still get the page markers there with the little ampersand on it as well. And yeah, I love this. I love how it came out. I love the progress that I had made in this. This was for 2023. I did not do one for 2024, but I have to pick it back up for 2025. So as you can see, this is well loved in 2023 because I did use it a lot. So now we're going to open it up here, and you can see I put my name inside of it. Real simple, kept it super, super simple. But as far as my spreads are concerned in here, I did not keep those simple. They helped me, and I'm glad I did do them the way I did do them. So this is January of 2023. As you can see, this is, how I did all of my spreads. But I started the year out with a quote. And I love this quote that is down here. If you don't have a plan for your life, chances are you will fall into someone else's plan. And what do they have planned for you? Nothing. That's true. So let's set some goals. Set some goals, people, for 2025. That way we can get that all settled and done. And yeah. So this is what I did for each month. I made a 1-page spread like this, like a scrapbooking spread, because I am a former scrapbooker. So, and I decided to just do all of this good stuff and make it look good. So this is the first page of January 2023. And then what I did was I put some SMART goals in here. I made sure that I have my goals there. And a lot of people are like, well, why would you put your goals in your mental health? Because you actually have to reflect on what you are supposed to be aiming for, regardless of what's going on around you, regardless of what kind of things that mentally will affect you. You always refer back to this, and it's also in my regular planner too. I put the same SMART goals in there. So this is a spread. The first week of January, I think it is. Yes, it is. It does say that first week of January. I did do a lot of reflecting when I did these. I always put a positive thought in these things. Every week I had a positive thought to go by for the week. And then I also had a quote that that would help motivate. So this one actually came with 3 quotes. I did do 3 at the beginning of this one, but this was in January, like I said, of 2023. And there is my word for the year, persevere, because there was a lot going on in my life. And I'm glad I did persevere because I'm at a point right now where, I can handle certain things now, not like before. So I put quotes, I put goals for, I put positive thoughts. I tried to make sure that everything in here was pertaining to good and healthy mental health. And so, and there's the mood tracker, and the mood tracker says a lot about a person in that week's time, and that was for the week. So here's February's cover, and I did do that one as well, like a scrapbooking type of deal thing on the cover for the month of February. And then I took some watercolor paints and I just kind of painted the bottom there with some, flowers, grass, what, and stuff like that. I just thought I'd just do a little bit of that just to test out my watercolor paints. And then here's I think this is the first page of February. I just put a bunch of scrapbooking stuff together and sewed it on the sewing machine, and I just glued it in here. I just felt like being crafty. And that's what my mental health journal was all about. It wasn't just about me writing in it for me, and this is one of the spreads here. It was more so just basically just trying to keep myself together. Here's another spread. I love this one. So that's it for my 2023 mental health journal. And this is going to be my new mental health journal for 2025. I love this one. This is also a B5 size from Archer and Olive. It's got embroidery on the top there. I love that look. I just love it. But this one doesn't have velvet, so yeah. So hopefully it'll stay non-linty. But these are all the books here that I have. And like I said, these are very good. And if you're interested in purchasing these from Archer and Olive, I'll leave the link down below. Thanks guys for watching, and take care. And I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope there was some kind of inspiration for you. Take care.